Hey everyone, welcome to our GrowCast show episode 107. My name is Yu Hong and I'll be your host for today. Today in our studio, we have Ted, who is the owner of 9Round Bukit Timah. Let's get to our questions. All right, Ted, so why did you decide to bring 9Round to Bukit Timah?
Well, it's funny. I was actually a member of 9Round in the East Coast in Juchat. I lived there, and I was a member for a couple of years. And then we were moving west, and I was joking with the trainer. I was like, I need to find a 9Round in the west because I've been there for 2 years. I've become dependent. And he said, well, we have one, but I think it's going to be closing down. But let me, I said, well, maybe I should open it myself. And I was really just joking. And he said, yeah, we'll contact the franchise, master. And I went and talked to them. And next thing you know, I've bought into the 9Round franchise. So I went from being a member to an owner. And we've been going ever since. The gym's been there for 5 years. I've been running it for 3, almost 4 now.
Wow. Why is it called 9Round?
That's really, it's really very descriptive. We run a kickboxing circuit that has 9 stations, hence 9Round. So you come in and you work out at each station, and there's a video monitor there, and there's also a trainer to guide you. Each station takes 3 minutes, so 9Round. And it's, we call it the best 30-minute workout in Singapore.
For 9Round Bukit Timah, who is it for and who is it not for?
Well, of course, I'm going to say it's for everyone. But our circuit actually is open to anyone from the age 12 and up. And we have some 12-year-olds who come in regularly. We have some teenagers. We have plenty of people in their 60s and everyone in between. I think the main people this really works for is people who are time crunched. I call it serious fitness for busy people because you can come in, get your workout in 30 minutes anytime you want. You don't need to schedule things, but you're also always going to get the trainer and always going to get the intense workout. Who it's not for is somebody who's looking for an aggro combat gym, wants to, because people see kickboxing and some people are intimidated by that, and other people think, oh, this is where I'm going to go and prove how tough I am. That's not what we're about. We're about fitness. We're about, friendly, supportive environment. So you won't find any of that at 9Round.
Oh, that's cool. So what separates 9Round from other circuit-based gyms?
We like to say it's the most effective 30-minute workout in Singapore. Mm-hmm. I think the main thing is that you can come in anytime. You show up anytime you want. We ask people to book in a time just so that we know when to expect them and so that they've made a commitment to show up. But if you book at 10 o'clock and you come at 10:15, totally fine, or 9:45, you just come when you want. You can immediately get in and start on the circuit and work out. And unlike a lot of other places, there's a trainer there every step of the way. So there's a trainer to guide you. There's a trainer to encourage you, to push you on. So it's trainer included, but without having to make any appointment for a class. It's also what we call semi-private studio. So we're not crowded and full every time. So you're usually going to get a lot of individual attention if you want it. And if you want to be left alone to just do your workout, then we can absolutely do that. So it's always customized to you. I think those are the main things. But I would also say we're very friendly, very flexible. We're not looking to try and trap people into contracts. We're not looking to, to really push people. We think you can be both friendly and effective as a fitness place. And I would say you could compare us to other places that have a circuit. We're the original. You'll see a lot of places saying similar things. If you look, you'll find that most of those came from 9Round. No class time, circuit, training. We've been doing that for a long, long time. So compare to the others, but then come try the original.
So what would you say is the number one key to a successful fitness plan?
The number one thing is to build a habit that you can stick to. They say the best workout is the one that you'll do. Mm-hmm. So it's really a fit between, you and the type of workout. 9Round isn't going to be everybody's cup of tea. It's not going to be the thing that everybody wants, but it changes every day. There's a lot of flexibility. So it's familiar. You're not always wondering what to do. I tried to do a Zumba class once. I couldn't figure out what was going on. I can't do something like that. I need to know what's coming, mm-hmm. but you'll get bored if it's the same all the time. So it needs to be familiar, but always changing. It needs to be challenging, but not intimidating. So if you're not challenged, challenge, you're going to get bored. If it's overwhelming, then you're going to give up. And it needs to be convenient, but it needs to be effective. I think a lot of times people go for convenience. They'll just work out in their condo gym or, go for a run, but they're not really paying attention to how effective it is. And so we've tried to hit that sweet spot in all three of those areas.
So what is the number one secret to weight loss for busy entrepreneurs?
Wow. Well, it's funny because the number one thing for weight loss, surprisingly, is sleep. If you're not getting enough sleep, then your body just isn't able to do the things it needs to do to manage your system and help you lose weight. Number two is nutrition. Even though I run a fitness center, I'm not going to lie to you can't outrun a bad diet. So you've got to have the right kind of nutrition, and we can offer some help with that as well. But then the third thing, which is where we come in, is an exercise habit that you enjoy doing, that's always challenging, is always interesting, and that combines resistance, strength, power, and also cardio. So we do all three of those, all of those together in our circuit and also with our personal training.
What is the number one secret to weight loss for busy mothers?
How busy mothers, that's got to be one of the toughest jobs. You're trying to get back to we have a lot of women, and we're more than 50% women at the gym, and a lot of them are mothers, and you're trying to get back to your pre-maternity body. Sleep is number one, really hard when you've got kids at home, but you've got to get your sleep in. That's really key for weight loss. Nutrition, and yes, your baby's food is healthy, but just eating their leftovers does not count as a nutritious diet. So you really got to focus on yourself and your diet. And then for exercise for women, especially who are trying to get that pre-maternity body back, just short bursts of high energy exercise where you're combining cardio and strength is really the most powerful way. This is also really, really important for postmenopausal women or perimenopausal women, that you want these short bursts of exercise that really, build strength, build muscle, and also have the cardio to burn fat. That combination, anything you can do that does those things, as well as flexibility, movement. You need to be mobile. You need to be rebuilding your mobility. All of those things are the important combination. And obviously that's what our kickboxing workout offers.
Is 9-round suitable for women and why?
Absolutely. 9-round is perfect for women. In fact, more than 50% of our members are women. 9-round offers a combination of strength, power, and cardio in every workout, which is a great combination for women's exercise. So, a lot of women will do yoga or those kind of, Pilates that are those kind of strength and mobility movements, and those are great. And 9-round has a lot of those same components combined with power and strength, which frankly a lot of women don't engage in. When they try it, it's a powerful feeling to know how much power you can put into a kick or a punch. And girls aren't raised to do that. And I think it helps women build their confidence, but it also is really good for building your muscle strength and your explosiveness, and all of those things just help your longevity and your overall health, particularly for women.
So is 9-round suitable for people aged 40 to 50 or people above that age? And why is it suitable for them?
It's a great question. Your body changes significantly as you get older, 40, 50, 60 and on. And you just can't do the same exercises that you did, previously and get the kind of results that you're looking for. You're starting to think about how are you going to age and how are you going to hold up? And there's some really important things. One of the most important things you can do for your body as you age is build leg strength, because your leg muscles, your bone density in your legs is where your body draws from when it needs to do repair later in life. And so we have you're going to be doing a lot of squats and a lot of weight exercises and body weight exercises as part of the circuit. And also, until you've tried it, you won't believe how much energy goes into throwing a round kick or, those kinds of movements. And also by doing that kind of movement, you're putting your body through its whole range of motion. So you're really staying mobile and really moving things around. And even though it's boxing, we're hitting bags and punching and kicking, it's a low impact exercise. You're not pounding your knees like you would if you're going running and doing other things like that. So it's both safe and good for an aging body, and it's also building up the things you need to age well. And it's never too early to start that, by the way. The body you have when you're 20 or 30 is how you're going to feel when you're 40, 50, or 60. So you want to just keep, start that early and keep maintaining it.
Is is 9 round suitable for children and why?
So we offer the circuit for ages 12 and up. 12 to 18-year-olds, if you want to call those children. My son's 14. He'd hate being called a child. But in that age, it's great. People, those kids have a lot of energy, especially the boys. They've got a lot of aggression. They're roughhousing, and learning to do that in a way that's effective, that's respectful is really important. And for the girls, they're building their confidence. And a lot of times they have their social confidence, but they might not have the same kind of body confidence. And this is a great chance to build that. We're also just starting to explore offering classes for kids 6 to 12, so the younger end. And that'll be more kind of just, play, running around, doing some fun kickboxing exercises, some little competitions among themselves, guaranteed to send them all home absolutely exhausted and happy.
Why is kickboxing better than other gym activities like weightlifting, cardio, or even like running itself?
Sure. First of all those are good exercises. And a lot of people combine coming to us with some of those exercises. But we also include a lot of what those have and go further. So we have weights and body weight exercise as part of the circuit. So you're getting the strength training in. But you're also getting explosive power, which you don't get from almost any other exercise. And it's so good for just shocking your system. It's great for weight loss. It's great for muscle building and toning. And it also just feels good. Really, there's no point in going to therapy if you can spend 30 minutes punching and kicking a bag. It really does change your mindset completely. And we all live really stressful lives. It's great to have that opportunity to de-stress. So I'm a runner. I run, usually I'll take a long run on the weekends in between my kickboxing routines at the gym. But if I only run, I find it just gets boring. One thing we want to be is never boring. We change the exercises every day, so you're never going to be doing the same thing twice. It's challenging, it's different, but it's not so different that you get lost. So it just keeps you coming back. And the other thing about the kickboxing circuit is that it's never boring. We change the exercise every day. I find that although I love running and I do still go for long runs on most weekends, but just going and lifting the same weights every day, just pounding through those reps. Again, some people like it. For me, I just find that really boring to just repeat that over and over again. With our circuit, you don't know what you're going to get till you show up. Every day the exercises change, and they're all the things that you know how to do, so you feel comfortable, but you get to change the routine without having to think about it.
What is the meaning of no class time and how does it work?
That's one of my favorite things about 9Round. It's one of the reasons that I became a member in the first place, long before I became an owner. Is that you can rock up anytime you want and you just step right into the circuit. You don't have to wait. You don't have to be there for a specific class time. You don't have to worry about, I'm going to be late. I need to call and cancel or change. It's there when you want it. But you're not just there on your own. You can rock up to the gym anytime you want and lift weights and make up your own program and figure out what to do. But I'm not into that either. What I love about 9Round is you show up whenever you want, and then you've got a trainer right there to guide you. We've got the screens up that help guide through every exercise. So you've got other people there who you're working out with, but you're not part of their class. You're just doing your own thing. It's the best of both worlds. And it's the best thing for busy people. Because if you wake up one morning thinking that you were going to go out, go work out at 8 o'clock and you suddenly get a call that's messed up your whole morning, don't even worry about it. You're not going to be charged. You don't need to come and cancel. Just come when you can.
What are the top 3 misconceptions people have about 9Round?
I think probably the first one is that they see kickboxing and they picture a gym with a bunch of tough guys fighting, and they think it's going to be aggro and, just that kind of atmosphere. And it's absolutely not that at all. We use kickboxing because it's such an effective exercise. We have a high intensity interval training circuit that uses those movements. So you get explosive power and strength and flexibility and cardio, but not with any of that aggro. I love that you can go in and hit things for half an hour and nothing ever hits back. I think the second misconception that a lot of people have is that it's going to be hard to learn how to do. They've never put on a pair of gloves. It feels very foreign. So they're a little intimidated to come in and get started. I would say probably 80% of our members were absolute beginners to kickboxing when they came in. So we love to see beginners come in and get interested in the sport. And we guide you through at your own pace. And frankly, we have people, we had one guy who's actually a professional fighter. He came in and used our gym to just run his routine and get him ready. That's at the very high end. Most of our people are at the low end, and some of them want to get really good at technical kickboxing, but a lot of them are just using the exercise as the kickboxing moves as their exercise. So we're not, pushing people to get really perfect form unless that's what they want. So you can come in not knowing a thing, you'll be comfortable from the first minute. Our trainers absolutely know how to handle that. And then I think the third misconception probably comes from the opposite end, which is that a lot of people kind of say, oh, it's not real kickboxing, which, one way to look at it is true. We're not training people for the ring unless you sign up for personal training. We can absolutely train you for combat with our personal trainers. Most of our trainers have experience in the ring. We can do that, but it's not what you get in the circuit. And saying, circuit kickboxing isn't like real kickboxing is like saying that spinning isn't real cycling. Nobody shows up to a spinning class because they want to train to do a long distance cycle ride. You're using that movement for the exercise. If you want to learn how to really improve your kickboxing techniques, we can absolutely do that. That's especially what personal training is for. But also, if you tell your trainer, hey, I really want to work on my round kick, I'm just not rotating my hips enough, can you watch me? They'll help. So we can take it to any extreme you want. And you asked for 3 misconceptions, but there's a 4th one I just want to mention. Some people may think it's expensive because we have a trainer involved, and we have, we're a semi-private gym. I've done the benchmarking, and we're right in line with what similar centers are offering. And if you add in the trainer, we're way underpriced compared to what you would get if you bring a trainer in to run through the exercise with you.
Okay. Many people don't join gyms because they're afraid of being locked up in some contracts, something like that. How flexible is 9Round Bukit Timah?
Man, I've been there myself. I've joined gyms in the past where, you didn't read the fine print and you find out that you're on a year contract, and, you can never change, and you can never take a break because you're going on holiday, you're paying for all of it. We're absolutely not like that, and I would never run a place that's like that. We're very flexible. Obviously, the longer you commit, the less you pay. So we have some very low, no commitment memberships. You can come in and just work out on a 10-credit pass, come whenever you want, and you just use those credits up, or 1 month recurring, which you can cancel at any time. And also for our longer-term memberships, we know that we have busy people working for us. We have a lot of corporate people. We have entrepreneurs. Things come up. And so if you suddenly say, hey, my boss needs me in Japan for the next 3 weeks, we just pause your membership. No payments, no hassle. We just pause it. And people use that all the time. And I think it's one of the things that makes us, we're really built around busy people. And busy people's plans change. So we don't want to lock people into things. So we don't want to lock people into long contracts. But we do offer better prices the longer you commit. And that's for us and for you. For us, we have the certainty that we know you're coming and we can plan around it, so we can offer a lower price. But it's great for the members as well, because, again, one of the most important things is that you stick to your fitness plan. And so having, knowing you've committed to that 3 months or 6 months and you've got a goal at the end of it can be a really important way to keep people coming back. So we encourage the committed plans, but that's why we offer all the flexibility to make sure that you can commit for 12 months and know that if things come up, we can manage it.
So what is your current offer for those who like to give 9Round Bukit Timah a try?
So right now is a great time to try us out, because we're offering a 7-day free trial. So you can come in, sign up for that 7-day trial. First day, we'll walk you through how everything works, get you all set up. And then for the rest of the week, you can work out absolutely as much as you want. Come in every day if you want. And really find out if 9Round is right for you. That gives you enough time to sort of start to build a habit and really think about if this works for you, and ask all your questions and figure out what you're going to do. At the moment, we're also offering for people who come in for that free trial the option to upgrade that to an 88 paid trial for the whole month. So somebody who says, look, a week isn't enough, I really want to try this and see how it fits into my routine, we can offer that $88 trial, and they can come in and spend the whole month with as much time as you want to really get to know us.
How does someone apply for the 7-day free trial at 9Round Bukit Timah, and why is it free?
We talked about this. We've always had a 1-day, one free trial, because you can't do something like this without trying it out. You can't understand what it is until you've done it. And so we decided to extend it to 7 days, because that gives you enough time to come back a couple of times, see how it fits into your routine. By the time you've come for a week, you generally have a pretty good sense of, is this the right thing for me? And we want people to get that experience, because frankly, when you come in, you meet the trainers, you see what the exercise can do for you, you're going to want to stay. So that's why it's free. As far as how you get into that, it's super simple. You can go onto our website. You can register for your time for that first workout. You can WhatsApp us a message and just say you're interested. We'll get back to you and set you up with a time that works for your schedule, get you in for that initial workout where we run through everything with you, and then you're just come for the week.
What do you hate most about 9Round Bukit Timah?
What do I hate? I mean, there's one thing, which is our entrance stairs. So we have a really convenient location right down from 6th Avenue MRT. And once you're inside the studio, it's clean, it's new, it's modern, it's comfortable. But in between, we're in an old shop house, and you have to walk up these narrow stairs to get from the street to the studio. And there's just not much you can do to make that look inviting. We've painted these motivational messages on the wall, and we've tried to light it up really well, but you just look at that narrow stairwell and you don't know what's at the top. It just looks like something from a scary movie. I wish I could change it. The only good thing about it is it provides a good warm-up before the workout and a cool-down after.
Why is it important to have a supportive community when it comes to running a successful gym?
This was one of the things that I didn't realize when I was becoming a gym owner for the first time, just how important the community is. And it's one of the things I'm happiest about is I love coming in at different times and seeing different people working out. They motivate each other. It's a friendly face. People have met there and become friends. So a lot of times people are going off after to have a coffee or, meeting up before. And I think that motivation is really important. They become my referral base, which is really important. Ask any member and they'll tell you the honest truth about who we are. And they're my best salespeople. And because of the way we're set up, you work out independently in the circuit, but you work out together. So people come in groups of 3 or 4, and different people come in different times in these little groups, and they come in and they're doing their own thing station by station, but they're there together to encourage each other to just have a good time. They'll choose their playlist for the music. So we got one group they're there almost 3 or 4 times a week in the morning with their 80s playlist, pushing each other and having a great time. And it's just so, it's so great to see that, and it's so important for making the gym a place people want to come.
Who are the trainers at 9Round Bukit Timah?
We have a range of trainers. We have male and female trainers. Quite a few of them have fight experience, so they're actually currently involved in combat martial arts. A lot of them are coming from a school background or a training background where they've really learned about anatomy and physiology, human, health and fitness. So we have a lot of experience to learn from there, and the people share it across the training team. I say most of them have Muay Thai training. We're an American franchise, so we're kind of American kickboxing. So some of them have actual kickboxing hands-on experience. A lot of them have learned from Muay Thai, which is where kickboxing branched off from anyway. And some have other martial arts, MMA or wrestling or boxing background as well. What all of them share in common is that they're ready to work with beginners. They're ready to work with people gauging where they're coming from. So some people want to be pushed hard and they want somebody there encouraging them and pushing them all the way. Other people want to be just left alone to do their own thing, and maybe they ask a question now and then, and they're all oriented that way. We train all of them in-house to make sure that they're doing things the 9-round way. I'm super happy with the trainers that we have.
So how often do you recommend people to hit 9Round Bukit Timah?
We're open every day, so people can come every every day, but we don't expect to see you every day. Sometimes people have a really, push mission that they're on, and we'll see them there, 5 times a week. But I'd say for most people, it's 3 or 4 times a week if 9-round is your primary exercise. But these days, people want to do different things. So we might have people who are coming twice a week here, but then they're going to yoga or Pilates another day, or maybe they go for a run. We have one person, she comes in, she runs in, does her workout and runs back. She's not running a short distance either. She's running like 10K each end and then coming and doing the workout. I don't know how she does it. She's super fit. So, people have a mix of exercise, and we support that. But yeah, I mean, I try to get in 3 times a week. That's generally what we recommend for people.
So that's all the questions we have for Ted. Stay tuned for episode 108. See you.